For the first time, we are hearing the minutes leading up to a tasering in Hurricane. Good evening, I'm Karen Carlson. Brian Cardall died after that taser, and tonight we have the 911 call from his wife and the audio tapes from the officer's car. But we do want to warn you, the material is disturbing.
911, what is the address of your emergency?
The ordeal starts with the desperate call from a wife.
My husband's in the middle of the road having a serious, psychosis.
Anna Cardall calls police, reporting her husband has stopped on the side of the highway and started taking off his clothes.
We need to get in the car!
She reports her husband has taken his medication for bipolar disorder, but it has yet to take effect. Their 2-year-old daughter is in the car.
Oh, God. My daughter doesn't deserve this.
Has he injured your daughter at all?
I know. No. She's scared.
Anybody?
No, Brian. Stop.
As she begs police to hurry to the scene, Anna says Brian is in the road, possibly trying to direct traffic.
He just took all his clothes off. He's naked.
When police arrive, the microphone attached to the officer captures what happened moments leading up to Cardall's tasering.
Get down on the ground! Down on the ground!
Cardall is told at least 12 separate times to get down.
Get down on the ground! This is a standoff, don't shoot it! Get down on the ground! Get down on the ground! Now! Stand off, don't shoot it! Police officers, get down on the ground!
At this point, Cardall appears to agree to lay down on the ground, but moments later he is tasered, not once, but twice.
Down! Get down on the ground! Down on the ground! 4X15 taser deployed. Stay on the ground! Stay on the ground!
Cardall became pale shortly thereafter, looking jaundiced, according to paramedics on the scene.
Tased him, he went down and now he's not breathing and no pulse.
Okay. Excited delirium, huh?
Yeah.
So was this excessive force or in line with law enforcement policy?
ABC4's Marcos Ortiz is working that part of the story. He is live right now in the newsroom. Marcos, what are you learning?
45 seconds. You may be hearing more of that number because that's how long it took for the police officers to decide tasering was in order. Now, some wonder, how's that possible?
Jared Massey was tasered, survived, and sued. Utah Highway Patrol didn't admit to excessive force, but Massey got a settlement.
He's saying, don't shoot me, man.
Police officers, get down on the ground!
Bob Sykes was Massey's attorney and successfully argued that tasers are used much too often. And after listening to audio recordings of Brian Cardall's taser death, he's confident that police were out of line.
He was not armed. He was not an immediate threat to anybody. Okay? And you judge excessive force by whether or not the person is an immediate threat. He was not fleeing.
Meanwhile, the attorney for Hurricane Police, in a prepared statement, said the recordings speak for themselves, and the Hurricane City police officer that deployed his taser was acting reasonably and was fully justified. Authorities say tasering isn't an easy decision for officers. Those who train highway troopers say a minimum amount of force is the first step in a volatile situation.
If you've got someone that's failing to comply with you, we do have the option of using force on them, less lethal force. We can go hands-on first. We're going to try and correct the situation at the lowest level of force possible.
Down on the ground! This is a standoff, don't shoot it! Get down on the ground!
And even though Brian Cardall refused to obey an order, some don't think he was a danger to anyone.
Force is not permitted if the person is nonviolent. Okay? Force is not permitted if the person is not a threat. And he posed no threat here.
Now, the tasering is under investigation. A special task force at the Washington County Sheriff's Office is reviewing it, and when they release those findings, we'll let you know. Ross?
Thank you, Marcos. Now, meanwhile, Brian Cardall's family issued this statement. It is with great sadness, but also a desire for public awareness and understanding that we release these audio recordings. The public, through the media, now has the opportunity to analyze the recordings and learn for themselves what transpired.